Hello, 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 it's Dolly with Mini Kit Monday with Becky, Daisy, Kathy, Tracy, and myself. This is layout number 4 being brought to you on New Year's Eve, December 31st. These are the products that I will be using from my kit. I grouped them over here to the right just to make this process a little bit quicker for myself because I am trying to get this completed before we leave out of town for a few days and upload this video. So off to the layout. All right, I am using my background paper. My 12 by 12 background paper is Bright and Brave by Illustrated Faith, Bella Boulevard. I'm going to cut the branding strip off. While you watch me cut the branding strip off, just let me wish you a Happy New Year. And on this New Year's Eve day, please have fun, enjoy your company, but be safe. Please don't drink and drive. Have a designated driver, use an Uber, use a taxi, or just stay put, all right? But have fun. Bringing in the new year. All right, back to the layout here. So I'm going to show you the branding strip here so you'll know what the paper selection, which I already told you, Bright and Brave, Illustrated Faith by Bella Boulevard. And then this 3 by 12 strip of paper is also from an older Christmas collection, and I don't know the name of it. And I'm going to ink it using the Distressed Ink Black Soot by Tim Holtz. I do that to add a definition between the layers, to add movement for your eye. And I'm going to secure that to the very top of this layout. Over to the left, you'll see a strip of paper that's black background with white little Christmas trees. That's what that is. That came from a 6 by 6 pad, but it was gifted to me, so I don't know the name of the collection. I've used a small section of it on another layout, and I'm going to use the remainder of this 6 by 6 sheet of paper on this layout. I'm going to rip it some more and place that on top of the red and the 12 by 12 sheet, and I don't need to ink that because it's already going to show the different layers. So you can see the 12 by 12 background, you can see the red strip of paper that adds another layer, and that black. Now I am going to ink this torn off paper from a bag. It's from a Christmas bag, and I ripped it and tore it and inked it with the black soot from Tim Holtz. All right, now I've got out my sidekick. I've got out my sandwich plates. They've been loved, so don't judge me. Yes, I know I need to order some more, and I get them from scrapbook.com. I pre-cut these little circles out to place my snowflake die cut on, and I'm going to sandwich that together and run it through my sidekick. I will show you the snowflake, how delicate and beautiful it looked. It came out of this die cut like butter, and that snowflake die cut came from Simon Said Stamp, and I think it's one of their die cuts. I'm going to show you here me cutting out the die cut from black. I'm not sure if I want to use white or black, so I cut out 5 each, and I don't make you watch me cut out all 5, but there are the 5 blacks and 5 whites. I'm going to gather them and put them in the upper right hand corner, bring back my layout, and I will work on the cluster to the right middle of the photograph. And like I said, I took from my kit, which I separated into different colors of product, and I selected the ones that I thought would go with this paper combination. All right, I auditioned a few of my embellishments in die cut, and I spent more than about 5 minutes, which tells me I'm not sure. So I will then move on to another cluster or another area of my layout and then come back to it. It's kind of like when you take a math test. If you don't know what the math problem is right away, or the answer to maybe this question, you go on and answer the other ones, and then it's like, oh yeah, I know what the answer to that number one question was. Kind of like scrapbooking. You're working on this cluster, it's just not working out. Instead of like struggling with it and spending and wasting 30 minutes, just move on to another area on your layout and work with that, and then all of a sudden you'll say, yeah, now I know what I want over there in that cluster. So sometimes you got to work on another cluster to know what you want on maybe a cluster that you started first. All right, that was a lot of rambling, wasn't it? All right, back to the layout. All right, so I decided I'm going to use the black snowflakes, and I'm just trying to decide where I want them at. And I do move them around after I put embellishments in the center of these snowflakes. So I put a chipboard, you just saw me put a white chipboard piece there, and then I'll use enamel dots, and then I also use a metal piece, that green metal piece that's up in the right hand corner you can see, and I think that says recess, which is fitting for this photograph of my little guy. We're up in the mountains and we're driving around on trails, and we get out and we walk trails. And so anyway, I snapped this photograph. He looked really cute wearing his Santa hat. And this picture was taken back in 2017 at Christmas time. So there's my little clusters on each of those snowflakes. Isn't that beautiful? All right, now I've gotten out my washi tape here. I needed further definition between the red paper and the background paper. And that washi tape, I think I purchased it at Michael's, or it was Hobby Lobby, and it has little black stripes on it. All right, I got out these foam words that says to wander, and then I'm going to get out chipboard that is in a craft, and I think that came out with Amy Tan. I just love that chipboard. Alpha. It's an alpha chipboard. You'll see, and it'll say XOXO. But in the meantime, back to the foam words, I needed more definition for it to stand out, so I am using my black soot ink from Tim Holtz, and I am slowly and carefully just inking the edges. You can't tell too much right here, but it does make those words pop from that page. So this is the completed layout right here. Please be sure to follow the other ladies' links below. Like I said, we post every Monday. That's why it's called Mini Kit Mondays. And be sure to share it with your other friends. We do these videos to bring inspiration and to encourage you to document your memories. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye. Happy New Year's.